years of leaders, and I've seen what some of you guys have done, and I'm seeing some of the new people who are rising up that I've never worked with before, and I'm seeing what you're doing. And one thing about me is I see everything. And I'm watching. And I'm looking for those who are going to rise. Leaders rise, they're not chosen. I can't pick you and say, hey, you look like you're going to be one of our great leaders coming up. I wish it were that easy. I really wish I had that gift. I don't. I probably never will have it. Because leaders rise, they're not chosen. So you can choose yourself and give yourself permission to rise, but that's how leaders are recognized. Said all that to say this. You got to make a decision for you. Why are you in iBoomerang? And only you know your answer. If you want to recruit someone to your answer, you probably should quit. You got to have your answer. And that answer has to be for you. My daughter can't have my answer. I can't have her answer. It has to be for you. What do you want out of this? What are you willing to put into it? I worked my ass off to get to where I am right now. I'd like to say that I am temporarily motivated to be permanently lazy. I'm temporarily motivated to be permanently lazy. My definition of lazy may be different than most people's. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it, as much as I want to do it, without having to ask permission to start or finish. That's my definition of success. And it keeps me motivated because I want to help other people be able to do that. I should be able to call Tara and say, hey, I need you in South Africa. And she can afford to be there. I should be able to make those phone calls and say, listen, I need you on the ground right now in Mexico. We have families to save. That's really what my desire and my passion is. But you can't do it if you have to ask permission. You got to ask permission to your bank account. You got to ask permission to your boss. You got to ask permission to anything that has the power of holding you back or holding you down. I want to set people free from those options of anything that can hold you back. That motivates me right now. You say you want to win in this business, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And for some of you, this is your first time. Some of you will pass a lot of people up because it is your first time. And I give you permission to pass any of my leaders up. I give you permission to pass me up. But you got to give yourself permission to make that possible. You got to look at somebody who's on stage like Edwin Haynes and say, listen, if he can do it, I can do it. And then you got to give yourself permission to elevate. And it's your definition of what elevate means. Don't let anybody push their definition on you. Your definition may be a little bit different. But I can tell you this, regardless of what your definition is, every single one of us will have the exact same advantages and the exact same disadvantages. And you may say, Johnny, you don't know what I'm going through right now. You don't know what I'm going through right now. Johnny, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've been through. Johnny, I've been through hell. Me too. Johnny, I have people in my life who don't want me to win. Me too. Johnny, the odds are against me. I don't have the reputation. Me either. When I started, all I had was hope, and I was coachable, trainable, and I was teachable, and that's really what made me unstoppable. I'm smart enough to know that I'm not smart enough to know everything. So I surround myself around the thinking that outthinks me. I surround myself around the energies that are more energetic than I am. I don't hang around sleepy people. I don't hang around tired people. I don't hang around complaining people. I don't hang around broke people. If you're broke, just don't tell me about it. I'll hang around you. But one or two things are going to happen as you're exiting in just a second. Either you're going to walk to the speed of somebody else, or they're going to walk to your speed. And if you find yourself walking with me, I guarantee you, none of you can say, Johnny slows down to my speed. When I'm walking with Holton Bugs, do you think I'm adjusting to his speed or he's adjusting to mine? I'm adjusting to his because he's where I want to be. Stop following people who don't have the lifestyle that you want. Stop listening to people who are giving you the opinions of what you should have in life. If you don't like their life, why would you take their opinion? Why would you take the opinion of somebody that has the life that you never desire to have? That's the huge problem in life, and that's an obstacle. Everything that happens from this moment on, it's going to be a friend to your future, or it's going to be a foe, an F-O-E. If you read my book, you know where I'm going with this. A friend is a person, place, or thing. Person, place, or thing. It's one of the very first speeches I've ever given you, Mike. One of the very first speeches in a group like this. I saw the recording the other day. You didn't even really have a rank yet. And what I want you to understand is, if you can't identify the things that are holding you back or pushing you forward, if you can't do self-inventory, you become your own foe. A friend is a person, place, or thing. Say it with me. Person, place, thing. See, you think it's a person. It's not always a person. A friend is a person, place, or thing that's pushing you, catapulting you into your destiny of where you say you want to be, not me. A foe, say it with me, is a person. It's a place. Or a thing that's holding you back. Listen to me, people. There isn't an in between. There isn't an in between. You find yourself in a situation where you're standing side by side to somebody who's not a part of your future, that's not a part of where you're going. They're not hurting you. They're not helping you. They're just tolerating you. That's a foe. If I'm standing side by somebody who's not complimenting where I'm going in life, it's fun to be around them, but they're not complimenting where I'm going, that is a foe. It's an F-O-E. Why? They're not complimenting where I say I want to go. A friend is a person. It's a place. It's a thing. A foe is a person. It's a place. Or a thing. If it's not pushing you forward, it's pulling you back. The way you walk out of here right now, your thoughts will be a foe or a friend of where you're going in that boomerang. The conversations that you have today for the rest of the night, it is going to be a foe or it's going to be a friend of what you say you want. I don't have time to mess around with anything that's a foe of my future. Not right now. I don't have time for it. There are people in my life that I'm loving from a distance right now. I'm not cutting them off. I'm not being rude. I'm just loving them from a distance. And the reason I wave every time I say that, because I picture me waving at a family member way over there. And by the time they get through this crowd to get to me, I'm gone. That's how I picture it. Because I got to be a friend of my future. If I slow down and hang around things that are holding me back, I am now the foe. Every thought you have leaving this event is going to be a thought that's a friend, or it's going to be a thought that's a foe. And if you entertain the foes, you now become your own foe. How much longer do you want to have that problem? I would be willing to bet if you're not happy with the life that you live right now, it's because you entertain more foes than you entertain friends. Well, Johnny, I have a lot of friends. Not on my definition. A friend is a person. It's a place. It's a thing that's holding you back. If you're an alcoholic, why the hell would you be sitting at a bar? The bar is a foe of your future. If you have lung cancer, why the hell would you be smoking cigarettes? The cigarette is a foe of your life. I take this thing serious. I don't laugh at just everything. I don't go to just any place. I don't sit down and eat with just anybody. Now you're thinking, that's probably why I never ate with Johnny. I don't break bread with just anybody. That's communion to me. That's intimate to me. You coming into my circle, you don't have the power to interrupt where I'm going, so you're probably not going to last long anyway. So why am I going to waste my time? You have to be conscious in the now. The problem is, it's easy to be conscious in the future or conscious after something has already happened. The power of success is being conscious in the now. Personal development has never been developed for the future. It's to use it in the now. The worst time to get a home security system is after your house has been broken into. The worst time to start listening to personal development is after you've gone through destruction. It prepares you for destruction. It doesn't prevent the possibilities of people trying to destroy you. You can't penetrate me and take me into a negative place. I've got too much inside me. How many of you guys are old enough to remember a little cartoon on Saturday morning? They used to say, "You're a yuck mouth because you don't brush. You are what you eat, from your head down to your feet." That was my first motivational speech. What the commercial was saying is, what you consume is who you are. And when I heard that as a kid, I didn't just think about food. I thought about everything. Whatever I allow to go into my head, I'm consuming that. So if I consume something that's a foe, that's on me. If I consume something that's a friend, that's on me. Johnny, why don't you miss events? Because the events are a friend of where I'm going. Well, Johnny, it's you. You're the motivator. Why do you still come to these things? Why are you always sitting on the front row? Why aren't you hiding in the back? Because I got to be a friend of my own future. And I'm telling you, you want to walk stage? You better be a friend of your future. Y'all want to see some real leadership training right now?
Yes.
Yes.
All of y'all who have done this with me before, including myself, I'm talking to me too. None of us have given ourselves permission to do what we know how to do. And if you say you are, you're lying. I would be lying too. Blue Diamond ain't nothing compared to what I can do. Clapping before myself at Blue Diamond, that's bullshit. Because I know I'm bigger, I know I'm better than that. I know I'm badder than that. So you clapping for yourself at Sapphire, but I know for a fact you shouldn't be there no more? You clapping for yourself because you're a Ruby or a director, and I know you. I know what you can do. I've seen what's possible. You've seen what's possible for me to do. That's how I talk to my leaders. Because iron sharpens iron. If I didn't talk to you like that, I would be your foe. If I didn't tell you you were worth more than that, Tara, I would be your foe. You should be a millionaire today. And if I didn't talk to you like that, I become your foe. Well, Johnny, you know what we've been through. Yes, I know I was there too. But that reset button, I took that thing serious. Every day, you got to make a decision. You can exercise your thumbs, like Holton said, and just be scrolling and be famously popular for every meme that's out. You know every damn meme that's out there. You know everything that's going on social media. But how many presentations have you done? Y'all saw me almost go somewhere, right?
Go there.
And I'm talking to me too. Let me just talk to me. Act like y'all ain't here. Johnny, you're more focused on getting likes than you are your bank account. Johnny, you cannot pass down likes generationally. You can't pass down the fact that you got a blue check mark to your next generation. I can't get her a blue check mark. So who would I be as a father if I focus on likes more than I focus on generational wealth? You keep focusing on becoming that generational wealth individual, but all you're doing is social media more than you're doing bank account. I promise you, boo-boo. I promise every single one of you, nobody's gonna talk about how many likes you got at your funeral. Ain't nobody gonna talk about my blue check marks at my funeral. You know what they're gonna talk about? He gave everything. So his children's children would be set up. And if they blow it, it ain't on me. It ain't on me. And I'm telling you, when Holton did that thing with the thumb, talking about you working your thumb out because you scrolling, that hit me hard. Matter of fact, I was scrolling when he said it. Some of y'all can't be that honest with yourself. I was a foe while he said it. I was a foe to my own future while my mentor was talking. If I can bust myself out, who the hell are you? The reason I bust myself out, because I see myself in my future and I look way better than I look right now. But guess what would keep me where I'm at? Well, Johnny, we would love to be where you at. That's what you want in life. I don't ever want to be where I was yesterday. Stop chasing these likes, people. Stop chasing this social media fame. I know a lot of famous people on social media that call me and ask me, Johnny, how do I monetize this? I'm popular, but I'm broke. They'll never admit it to you, but they'll admit it to me because I'm a business coach. What you're chasing, the people who have it don't even know what to do when they get it because they're broke. The world loves them, but the creditors hate them. Because you can get your likes on time, but you can't pay your bills on time. Ain't nothing on social media generational wealth. And I like social media. I would even go so far to say I love it. But what have you done for me lately? This is how Johnny talks to Johnny. I'm not nice to me because I know what I want in life. You got to ask yourself, what do you want? And what are you willing to sacrifice to get it? It's a new day. It's a new opportunity. It's a new passion. It's a new desire. But it's nothing if you don't give yourself permission to increase in it. There's nobody who's looking at me right now that could not be a millionaire in iBoomerang. I'm not assuming you're not already one, but I'm talking about iBoomerang a millionaire in the next 36 months.
Let's go. Let's do this.
I got two brothers standing in the back, came all the way from the Czech Republic to be here. One's a sapphire, one's a ruby. I've never done one presentation for them. I've never done one presentation for them. And they're about to be double rubies. Not one presentation. They don't wait for my permission to move. I got Oz, who's from Israel, came all the way in from Tel Aviv, Israel, to be here at this event. I've never done one presentation for him. He has 29 personals. And you live next door to me. Johnny won't help. That sounds like the voice of a foe. So when you remind me you're a foe, it makes me go the opposite way. Help you. Let me see your calendar. Let me see how many appointments you have. Let me see how many people you had on either side. You got to be real with you. You show me anybody who's successful in one area, I show that same person how to be successful in another area. You're successful at being at work on time. You got all those plaques and all those awards of being at work on time. That same person who used those principles to be at work on time can use those principles to be a millionaire. Show me one person who has abs. That's a phenomenon to me. A person who's broke with abs, I'll never understand. Because it's easier to be a millionaire than it is to maintain abs. You think I'm joking? How do I know? I'm a millionaire without abs. I'm laughing because you don't know how many times I've worked on them. Listen, you already have what it takes to level up. The question is, will you do what it takes? And the only reason you wouldn't do it, because you listen to the foes more than you listen to the friends. It's supposed to hurt. It's supposed to hurt. It hurts me too. I hear it about 5 seconds before you hear it. We can't do it no more, guys. Lily, can't do it no more. Can't do it no more, Gary. Come on. Dominique, we can't do this no more, man. Craig, can't do this no more. Jonelle, we can't do this no more. We can't act like we're doing everything knowing we're doing nothing. Johnny, I'm doing a little bit. I know what you're worth, so your little bit is really nothing. Now I'm talking to me. I said that out loud? That's how I talk to me. That's how I talk to me. I wish the best for every single one of you. And if you want to be broke, I wish for you to be broke too. Why would I want something for you that you don't want for you? If you want to entertain your foes, I want you to entertain your foes. Johnny, that's not what motivational speakers say. Why would I want more for you than you want for you? Why would you put that on me? Johnny, love me more than I love myself. No. You loving you makes me want to love you. So I release every single one of you to the truth of your future in our boomerang. Some of y'all look scared. That should have been a good thing. Some of y'all look nervous. The future is your truth. The truth is, you're going to do what it takes, or you ain't. There's no in between. You're going to be hot, or you're going to be cold. There ain't no lukewarm. Ain't no lukewarm. I was going to go biblical on y'all. I'll keep it for tomorrow. I'm not happy with me and where I am in Wimbrey. And I made multiple six figures since I've joined. And I didn't start until November. And I ain't happy. As a matter of fact, I'm disappointed in myself. Y'all scared to talk to yourself like that. I'm saying it out loud so you know what it feels like to see somebody be open. So you can learn to be open with you. Be more faithful to the friend of your future than you are the foe. When you find yourself swiping, you find yourself keeping up with whoever it is to keep up these days, you're more faithful to the Breakfast Club than you are your own future. You hear what Charlemagne said? What did you say? Did you hear what 50 just said? 50 just smashed on somebody. What are you smashing? I can't believe she stayed with him. Did you see what he did? What are you staying with? If I was her, I would walk out. What are you walking out on? It's so easy to tell everybody else what they should do. What are you telling you to do? I'm out. I love y'all.
On that note.
On that note, we are.